Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today's video is another monthly favourites. I'm going to be chatting through everything that I've been loving throughout October. And I know I say this at every favourites video, but I just don't know where the month's gone. I don't know where the year's gone. I can't believe we've got less than 2 months left in 2021. I can't believe it's nearly Christmas. Where does the time go? But in today's video, I'm going to be chatting through everything I've been loving throughout October. And as usual, I have got a real medley of pieces here, a real selection, bit of everything. But I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start off with skincare. And I've got a few LMS products that I have been loving that I want to talk to you about. So first up is the LMS Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. And if you've been around for a while and you've watched previous videos of mine, then you have probably seen me raving about this before. I've used this on and off for about 3 or 4 years, and I always find myself coming back to it. It is, I'd have to say, it's probably my favourite cleanser that I've ever used. It is a cleansing balm, so it's a thick balm, and you kind of take a little scoop of it. You only need a little bit, warm it up between your hands and massage it over your face, over your eyes. It dissolves all of your makeup, waterproof makeup. I've even seen people using it recently in like reels, taking off their Halloween makeup, and it literally just dissolves anything. And then you use a hot cloth and just wipe it away, and yeah, it's amazing. I have converted my mum to it. I got it for my mum about a year ago now, because I knew she'd love it, and now she will not use anything else. She adores it. I've recommended this to quite a few friends and family. I would recommend this to anyone. I'd love to know, in fact, if you've seen previous videos of mine before where I've recommended this and you've tried it. I would love to know what you think of it, because I don't know anyone that's tried this and not loved it. I just think it's one of those luxurious products that makes cleansing a real treat. Like, you feel like you're just giving yourself a little bit of a facial, a little bit of a treatment, and it leaves your skin feeling gorgeous and super clean afterwards. Now, this on its own is fantastic, but if you do like to double cleanse, it works really well with the LMS Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Wash. And I've been loving this recently as a double cleanse, especially in the evening when I'm taking my makeup off. Of a morning, I'll probably just use one or the other. But of an evening, I quite like to double cleanse if I've had makeup on all day. And this is the perfect combination of a face wash and a creamy cleanser, because it's like a creamy face wash. So it still lathers up and makes your skin feel really clean, but without kind of stripping it of any oils or making your skin feel dry or too squeaky clean after. So it just says, cleanses, smooths and softens the skin, pores look cleaner and complexion appears refined and radiant. So these two together I have been loving as a double cleanse. My skin feels super clean afterwards, but still really soft and kind of like radiant at the same time. After that, I would usually follow up with my Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant Exfoliator, which you guys know that I love. And then for a toner, I have been loving the LMS Rehydrating Ginseng Toner. And I quite like to just spritz this onto my skin. So you can, it does say on the back, you can apply with a cotton wool pad. So you can just put a few pumps onto a cotton wool pad and then swipe it over your skin to tone. But personally, I quite like to just spritz it on. It's a super light spritz. I don't know if you could see that on camera. I did actually film a cutaway of me spritzing it, just so you could see how fine a mist it does give, because it's super fine, so it doesn't feel like wet. It's also really nice. I quite like to use it to refresh my makeup. If I'm filming all day and my makeup feels like it's drying out a little bit, just a few spritzes of this just gives it a nice refreshing feel, but without feeling like wet. Like some sprays can give a real, you know, whereas this is just a really fine mist. Helps to revitalise and moisturise skin, leaving a radiant and hydrated complexion. Just a really lovely toner, and it smells beautiful as well. Next up are the LMS Pro Collagen Hydrogel Eye Masks, and these are amazing for those mornings where you wake up but your eyes haven't really woken up yet, where your eyes feel puffy or your skin's a little bit dehydrated, you've had too much central heating, you've got those little fine lines around your eyes, or your eyes just feel like a little bit puffy and they need a bit of extra TLC. These are fabulous. So I actually put these on this morning, you will have seen in the cutaways. They are eye masks, so you just pop them on. They come, you just get 1 pack in per sachet, and you get 6 sachets per box. So you literally just open up the packet and pop them underneath your eyes. I tend to use them after my skincare routine, but before I do kind of like moisturiser or eye cream. Pop them on, leave them on for 20 minutes, and they give you a real deep hydration. So on the box it says, provides an instant skin tightening effect while hyaluronic acid hydrates the fragile eye area. So it literally feels like those tiny fine lines, it just plumps them out, and you take them off and it feels like it's really plumped up your eye area and given you like a real deep kind of bit of moisture around your eye area that is needed some days. And for my moisturiser, I am still loving the LMS Pro Collagen Marine Cream. You may have seen me talk about this in my previous favourites video. I think it was in August I spoke about this. I had a little tube of it that I'd got in I think maybe a glossy box, just a little mini one, but it just reignited my love for it, and I ordered the full size once I'd run out, and I've been using this ever since, and I just adore it. It's light, it instantly kind of sinks into your skin, but without being too light. It's kind of like the perfect consistency. It's not too heavy, it doesn't sit on your skin, it smells beautiful, it leaves your skin feeling super soft. It's a really, really lovely moisturiser. Really, really gorgeous. It's definitely one of my favourites. So I've been loving that. And then I've also been using it with the LMS Pro Collagen Eye Renewal Eye Cream, which I just take a tiny amount of this. You only need a really little bit. Pop it on the ring finger and just dab it around the eyes. And this is great again for fine lines, for puffiness, and I use this every day, whereas the eye masks I'd probably use maybe about once a week, or anytime I need that extra little bit of TLC, a little bit of extra zhuzh around my eye area, then I would use those. I will leave all of the LMS products linked below in the description box, and I do have a discount code as well. I will pop it on the screen here, and I will also leave it in the description box below as well. Okay, my next favourite is a dry shampoo, and it is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. This is quite a new release. I think I got this a couple of months ago now. And I've tried, I love the original Living Proof dry shampoo anyway, that's great, but this is even better. I feel like this actually does clean your hair. It says in the back, a breakthrough cleaning experience giving a fresh out of the shower look and feel. Our innovative formula takes dry shampoo to a new level, clean and care, removing what you don't want, oil, sweat, odour, and leaving behind what you do. Softness, natural shine and manageability. So if I just spray it on my hand, just so you can see, it comes out pretty much clear, whereas some dry shampoos, especially if you sprayed it that close, you'd get a real white chalky look. Don't get me wrong, it's got a slight whiteness to it because obviously it has to have something to clean it, and sometimes I do, because I tend to put it here, sometimes I spray it too close and I do get a bit of a white mark, but as soon as you've sort of rubbed it in a little bit, it vanishes, and it just makes your hair feel, I haven't got it in today because I did wash my hair this morning, but it really does freshen up your hair without leaving it looking like dusty, or, you know, some dry shampoos just make it look dirtier than before you use them. This is really great. It smells lovely. And oh look, it's gone all chalky on my hand now I've said that. But honestly, it doesn't, like, it does come out a little bit. I mean, I did spray it quite close. Maybe that was a silly thing to do, spraying it on my hand. But okay, I'm just going to spray a little bit in my hair so you can see. Do you see what I mean? It kind of like comes out not super white like some dry shampoos, and then just rubbing it in like that, it just removes, it feels like it sucks in the oils but still leaves your hair soft and not like dried out from it. I've been really liking it. I feel like that was the worst description ever, and now I need to brush my hair, which does take me on to my next favourite. Very nice little transition there. I was actually going to clean this before I spoke about it, but I mean, you've seen it now. It's a hairbrush. Everyone's hairbrush has got hair in it, hasn't it? That's what happens with a hairbrush. It's called the Manta hairbrush, and it's a super flexible hairbrush, so you can kind of bend it. You hold it like this, and it just feels so lovely. It's so gentle. It doesn't feel like it's ripping your hair at all. It just glides through really nicely, but it also feels like, because it's kind of molds the shape of your scalp, it also feels like it's giving you a little bit of a scalp massage, at the same time, and I'm pretty sure it was designed because I feel like when I got the PR slip that came with it, not the PR slip, but like the description that came with it, I feel like it said something like the creator who had designed it, I think his wife had lost her hair or was suffering with hair loss, so he wanted to create something really, really gentle that helped the hair. Let me just check. Yes, so he created the brush for his wife who, after a life-threatening illness, had lost her hair. As it grew back, she wanted to treat it as gently as possible to minimise breakage. And so they developed this brush that's super, super gentle on your hair, as gentle as running your fingers through it. And it really does feel lovely. It doesn't feel like it tangles. Even when I put hairspray in my hair and then I brush it out afterwards, it just glides through really nicely. But yeah, mine's a little bit grubby because I've got makeup on it and a lot of hair in it, but I really like it, so I thought I'd mention that. The lipstick that I'm wearing today, that's just tangled between my legs, tangled under my legs, is MAC Kinda Sexy, and I love this lipstick in autumn winter. It's a little bit too light for me in summer. I went to use it a couple of months ago and it just looked a little bit too chalky on me because my skin was a little bit browner, so it just made it look lighter, if that makes sense. But now it is the perfect nude. It is gorgeous. It's kind of like my go-to sort of peachy, pinky, browny tone of nude. It's just a really lovely, I'd say it's kind of slightly more on like the peachy brown tone rather than pink, but it's called Kinda Sexy and it's kinda sexy. A fragrance that I've been loving recently is Tom Ford Black Orchid, and I actually fell back in love with this because I was filming some reels and I said to my mum, can you grab me a fragrance that kind of works with my outfit? I know that sounds silly, but she came back in with this because I've got all my fragrances in the bathroom there. She came back in with this and I was like, oh yeah, good idea. Sprayed it on, and for the rest of the day I just could not stop smelling on myself, and it smells gorgeous. Now, the one thing I would say about this when I was thinking about it is I was thinking, don't order this off the internet because I've recommended it, because I feel like it's definitely one of those not for everyone perfumes. I think it's a little bit of a love it or hate one. It's got a hate it one. It's got a very distinctive smell. It's quite strong. It's quite punchy. It's quite masculine. It's very deep and it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. But I think if you were to order this off the internet and put it on yourself, if it's not what you're used to, you could hate this. Let me know if you've tried this before and if you like it or not. But yeah, I think it's beautiful. It lasts so long, and it's a really lovely kind of autumn wintry scent as well because it is quite heavy. Bottle is gorgeous, and I wanted to give that a mention. But I recommend, like, if you're passing by somewhere that sells Tom Ford fragrances, really recommend trying it. And I would say to spray it on yourself rather than on a piece of cardboard. Spray it on yourself, maybe leave it a couple of hours and let it sort of sit on your skin and then see what you think of it, because how it smells from the bottle in comparison to how it smells when I put it on and then I smell it on myself a few hours later is really different. It's one of those smells that really kind of like develops and changes with the warmth of your skin. So yeah, really been liking that. Next up is a shower gel that I've been loving. It is the Molten Brown Rhubarb and Rose Shower Gel, and this smells delicious. It smells like rhubarb. So I'd say that the scent of rhubarb is a lot stronger than the scent of rose, but it just smells really fresh, really like, it's lovely. Love using this in the shower. I have nearly ran out. I think I got a bit of water in it because it's gone a little bit runnier than what it was. I think I might have left the lid off when I was in the shower. But it smells beautiful. It lathers up really nicely. It just leaves a lovely smell, like a subtle smell on your skin afterwards. Just a really beautiful fragrance. And then I have also been loving this hand cream. It is the Laura Mercier Creme Brulee hand cream, and this smells delicious as well, but in a much more sweet, kind of want to lick my hands sort of way. This is, if you don't like a sweet scent, then you would not like this at all, because I put this on this morning and then afterwards when I was doing my makeup I kept smelling. It smells a bit, to me it smells like a luxurious vanilla yogurt, like a real sweet vanilla-y dessert. So if you don't want your hands to smell sweet, then you really won't like it. But if you love a sweet scent, then it's gorgeous. It sinks in really nice. and most importantly, it leaves your hands feeling so super soft after using it, really hydrated, especially at this time of year when we are getting a little bit drier and sucked of moisture due to everything. Yeah, really lovely. I think the packaging's lovely. It's a nice size to pop in your handbag, not too big, not too small. Really lovely, really lovely. And then the next kind of scented product that I wanted to talk to you about before I move on to fashion favourites is the White Company MUSTIQUE diffuser, and I have got this in our bathroom and it smells gorgeous. Every time I walk in the room, the whole room smells beautiful. I think in the past I've made the mistake of using these White Company diffusers in our main kind of open plan living room, kitchen, dining area, and they just don't fill up the space. Of course, it's too large a space to be able to smell it, whereas in a small room, this smells gorgeous, and every time I walk in there, the bathroom just smells lovely. Now, I'm pretty sure that this on the box was described as like watermelon and grapefruit, I think, or something like that, which I would never usually opt for, but I genuinely don't think that it smells like that. It smells really like, I'd say it smells like warm and masculine and but fresh at the same time. You can kind of smell the watermelon, but in a really lovely sort of warm masculine way. It's not too, I don't know, I think it's really lovely. And actually the reason I went for this is because when I went into the White Company store in Gunwharf, this is what they had in the store and what the store smelled like, and so that's why I went for this. Otherwise, if I'd just seen it on the box, I wouldn't have chosen it. So yeah, really like that as a scent. And I have actually, I think I got a candle as well, but I haven't lit that yet. And then moving on to fashion favourites, and I've just got a few fashion favourites to talk to you about and then one TV favourite. And first up are these belts from Amazon Fashion. So they've just come as one long piece, and I actually spotted these and I thought that they were really similar to the Isabel Marant belts, but I thought, I think it was about £13, and I thought, how good is it going to be? But I ordered it in the black and the tan anyway to try out, and I am so impressed with these. Now, I'm not sure if they're real leather or not. I don't think they are, but they feel really nice. They feel like a nice faux leather, if not. But yeah, just one long piece, and then you kind of like loop it round. This goes in here, out there, I believe, up here, and down like so. I think that's how it goes. I'm going to insert a cutaway of it anyway. And the good thing about this is it works really well as a waist belt, but equally you could have it longer and have it around your jeans as well, and just have a little bit less of a buckle, and it looks really cool like that as well. They look great over blazers, they look great over jumper dresses, they look great over coats, over cardigans. I just think they're fantastic, and I like the fact they're not too chunky, they haven't got a big buckle going on, so it doesn't kind of look a bit too, you know, too trussed up when you've got too big a belt. They're just like the perfect size, really nice. They look so much more expensive than what they were. And I've actually styled this up with a few outfits recently. Haven't styled the tan one up just yet, but I decided to keep it anyway because I thought I will definitely use this. And I think over the top of like a brown blazer with tan boots and this belt would look lovely. So I thought they're really great, affordable pieces. I will leave those linked. And then sticking with Amazon Fashion, another piece that I wanted to quickly show you, which again you may have seen in my vlog, but I have been loving it. I've worn it pretty much every single day since I got it, and it is this khaki green gilet. And again, super affordable. This is very lightweight, so it's kind of more of an autumnal piece, or for layering in the winter, so you could use this underneath a coat in the winter because it is so lightweight. But I love how these look over jumpers, over chunky knits, but equally over kind of like thin long sleeve t-shirts, or like a black roll neck with leggings and boots. They just look really great, but also super practical at the same time. And I like this detail at the back that kind of gives a little like cinched in effect. I got it in an extra small because I wanted it to be quite fitted, and it fits me perfectly in the extra small. Again, I think it was about £23, which I thought was a great price. I love the detail of it. I just think it's a really great purchase, and I tend to wear this, like I'll pop it on if we're going for a walk, but I still also leave it on sometimes at home just because it feels really cozy, but your arms are still free at the same time. It's not like you've got a coat on. So So I love that. And then I also wanted to mention these gorgeous black pleated trousers. Now I haven't actually worn these yet, so I feel like it's not technically a favourite. I've taken the tags off, but I haven't worn them out yet. But I am out for dinner tomorrow night, and I'm planning on wearing these with maybe like a little crop top and a blazer. I say crop top, these are really high-waisted, so a crop top would just sit on top of it anyway. But they're a long pleated wide leg black trouser. They fit beautifully, they feel lovely on, the fabric is gorgeous, and they're double layered. So they've got the pleated fabric over the top, and then underneath is like a lightweight chiffon-y fabric, so they're not see-through at all. They're just a gorgeous pair of trousers, and I think coming up to kind of party wear season, these with like a sparkly top would be lovely, or just with a plain simple black crop top, or with a shirt, or with like a blouse untucked over the top. I just think they're a really, really lovely pair of trousers, so I wanted to mention those. And then my final fashion favourite are a pair of white trainers. And again, I haven't actually worn these yet, so technically not a favourite, but I wanted to mention them anyway because I got them recently. You may have seen the video that I did with my mum, the styling video. I ordered them for both me and my mum because she's been on the lookout for just a really simple plain pair of white leather trainers. And I thought for any of you out there who have been after a nice quality plain white pair of leather trainers in this style without too much branding, just a very simple style and nice kind of flattering slim shape, I thought that these were a really great option. So I thought I would give them a little mention anyway if you're after something like this. They've just got the very simple E, they're from Everlane, they've just got a little bit of branding like the E embossed on the side and then Everlane at the back, but very subtle, and just a little white patch. Yeah, everything's just very simple, and I thought that they were just a great style if you're after something like this without too much branding. Don't get me wrong, I love my Vejas, I love the branding on them, but I thought that for a really, yeah, sleek, simple pair, these were really, really lovely. And I've only worn them indoors so far, but they feel comfortable, beautiful quality, and Everlane footwear is always, yeah, always delightful. And then my final favourite that I wanted to mention, which is a TV favourite that I have been loving, well, that Lou and I have both been loving recently, is Money Heist. And I know I'm probably so late to the game with this because I feel like it's been out for years, hasn't it? But my friend recently recommended watching it. I was sort of looking for something to get into with a good few series to get stuck into. I think it's got 5 series, or 5 parts I think they call it, and it's about a huge bank heist. So there's hostages involved, and this group of people rob a bank basically, or try to. So I won't give anything away, even though I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this. If you've seen it before, in fact, let me know if you enjoyed it. And the other thing to mention that it is dubbed, so I'm pretty sure it's Spanish but with English dubbing, or obviously you can have subtitles instead. I don't even notice the dubbing anymore at all. I feel like it's really good dubbing, but I know some people would be really put off by that, so I will just mention that. But obviously Squid Game had dubbing, didn't it? And we all bloomin' loved that. But yeah, really enjoying it, and just a nice kind of like long series to stick on. We've been just popping on every evening and just, yeah, really enjoying it. So I wanted to mention that, and that is everything that I've been loving throughout October. I feel like this has been a really long video, so if you've made it to the end, thank you. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And yeah, everything will be linked below in the description box. Any questions about anything, leave a comment. I will get back to you as soon as possible, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!